Hey, I'm back. After a nice little break and some leveling up, much needed, and a full stock of items, we're ready to take on the Western Cave. Or at least I hope I am. Let's try this again. Last time I met a horrible death. Let's not be so horrible this time. Maybe get through it? Pretty please? With sugar on top? Oh, I remember these guys. The Gilatoads who beat my butt. Not so today. Rhys is doing a lot more damage, because he has a regular sword equipped. No more short swords. But it may have been wiser to use a little strategy. To use instant death. Instant death? You mean Forza? Perhaps. Have you driven a Forza lately? Oh, we'll find out in a minute. The success rate is disappointing me. And disadvantaged music is still playing. It's alright. On unarmored foes, Rhys can do 80 damage. Also, these Gilatoads apparently have more than 80 hit points, which could be bad. Oh wow, a whopping 99. But they took a whopping hit points. That's a good thing I have a whopping diamond now. I should have bought more. Restore 60 hit points. But as you figure, I should try to avoid those fights. But dungeon crawling, well, you're gonna get hurt, even if you do run. And it's better to get experience than to go through a dungeon and find out you're just not powerful enough. And get a few levels along the way is always nice. So generally we're going to go to the north, then far west, circle around into a spiral, and meet the guy down there. That's the one I seek. Also, 2 treasure chests. Time to get revenge against that grinder. He's been grinding my gears for a while. And I doubt a Forza is going to work on him, but we'll see. I should consider increasing that power. So perhaps I should tell Rhys to focus his attack. Then again, a stonehead is bound to have a lot of hit points. But seriously, that thing is scary. Seriously freaking me out. Good thing his physical attack is low. Decent experience though. Decent as in I need to grind more. Even now. And just insurance. Well, some of you could say I could cheat and save state because I'm on the Ultimate 360 version. The Ultimate Collection, Genesis Collection 360 for Xbox. You know what I mean. Well, let's see what those treasures are. The one to my right of the screen is an escape pipe. The one to the left, down that tunnel there, is dynamite. We're going to skip both of those and talk to the man we need to talk to for more information. Information is always good. So is plot. You need plot for a story. Do you need narration like mine? Not necessarily. But it's nice to have another person's insight. That's why you watch these videos, right? Or maybe to learn how to get through the game without looking through with a written walkthrough. So, who writes this plot anyway? The people who made this game, of course. And my video is being jerky today. I hope I have it at the right settings. I need to talk to this person right away. Hi there, Rin. Oh dear, another cyborg. He actually does look like a cyborg. Yay! We got another party member. It's Rin. They start him out at level 1, but look at all those hit points. And a tiny amount of tactical points. I can tell he's kind of the beefy guy. Not really much for brains. And he has new tactics. They look offensive and stat changing. More on that later. Right now, he should probably use what he has on him. An escape hide. Because there's no other reason to be in this stinking cave anyways. And it warps us back to the entrance. Ooh, new music. Adds a little chime to it. I like it. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to go look in this cave here. Nope, it's blocked, even though it looks open. A strange thing happened. Since I don't have a weapon for Rin, it said his defense ability increased. I am assuming that's a parry, because he can't fight barehanded. So we really should get him a weapon. Really, we should. Hey, let's try out a tactic. Sure, why not? One of Rin's tactics. We already know Foy, Zan, Zu, and Grok can do various damage. But what about Rimmet? Rimmet? Indeed. It did. Unknown effect. I shall have to look that up for you. As soon as we get to town, I'll give a brief overview of Rin's abilities. Or at least his techniques, I should say. Yay! Rin earned a level by doing absolutely nothing. He's going to gain a lot of levels real fast. Also, 666 set. That means I'm going to have a hell of a time. So won't you join me in the next video when I have a hell of a time? Oh yes, as promised. Tactics. I should look up Rin's tactics and see if they are really the right thing for me. Techniques, if you will. It's good to be a tactician sometimes, because you can defeat opponents far more powerful by being smarter about what you do. We got melee techniques and time. Time? Indeed. Let's look at the melee techniques first. They cost 2 technique points. Foy is a single target. Grok is all enemies. Su attacks one group. One group of side enemies. and then attacks a row of enemies, front row or back row. Yes, if you notice, the battlefield's been basically crunched up into 4 sections. Front and back, left and right. So we get front right, front left, back right. As for now, I think I'm gonna make Graw my most important technique. Attack all enemies at once, and weaken them. Not that I'm really gonna be using melee techniques, because he's gonna be using melee himself. But what about time techniques? Techniques, if you will. Well, we got Nur. Increases the speed of a single ally. Yes, that does stack. We got Rimmet. Lets you run a lot easier. Obviously not against bosses. Shinza! Shiza! Or however you know to pronounce it. Stop an enemy from using techniques. Oh my gosh, the mute spell. That could be awesome. And of course, D-Ban. Stop the enemy from using physical attacks. And as you figure, none of these work against bosses. Well, of course, Nur is a buff, but the rest are debuffs. Tough decision. I don't think I'm going to be running too much. So I'm just going to do this. If you want to do that solo challenge, you might want to do it like this. But you're crazy if you do solo challenges. Oh well, fair enough. And when we come back, we're gonna see what this cyborg repairman can do. Can he actually fix the weather machine so it quits snowing in World and the desert is not so deserty? One of 2 of those might be correct.